social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
Fani Willis is back at it again. Fani Willis is back at it again. Prosecutor Fani Willis is fighting to keep her case against President Trump alive. And this is from NPR. This is not a right-leaning newspaper by any means or measure. And they seem to be telling, I want you to listen to this. We're going to actually listen to it today. And just want you to hear and let me know, are you getting the vibe that NPR just wants them to just stop? Just let it go.
A year ago, President Trump was fighting 13 felony counts in Georgia for trying to overturn the 2020 election. And the district attorney who charged him was seen as a rising star. Now, Trump is president again, immune from prosecution for the next 4 years. And Fulton County prosecutor Fani Willis has been rebuked by the courts and is fighting to keep the case alive. WABE's Sam Greenglass reports from Atlanta.
Donald Trump and Fani Willis began their second terms in office just a few weeks apart.
I, Fani Taifa Willis, do swear and affirm.
To celebrate, the district attorney hosted an inaugural gala. The dress code, black, pink, and gold.
Lift every voice and sing.
4 years ago, Willis was elected the county's first female DA. She became known for high-profile racketeering cases, indicting defendants like Trump and rapper Young Thug. But both of those cases became mired in drama. At the gala, Willis expressed no regrets.
In my first 4 years in office, I learned a really hard lesson. Folks are here for you during the good times, but the slightest bit of wind, and folks quickly begin to fall to the wayside.
Last January, a Trump co-defendant lodged a serious allegation that the DA was involved in a romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, the special prosecutor she hired for the case. He ultimately resigned, but in December, the Georgia Court of Appeals ruled that Willis and her office should still be removed from the case. Trump praised the decision. On stage and with Nathan Wade seated at her table, Willis excoriated it.
See, there are judges in my very state, in my very courthouse, that are more interested in their next appointment than upholding the rule of law and following their oath.
Willis did not shy away from slamming Trump, just not by name, and closed asking the audience what they were willing to sacrifice in pursuit of justice. Georgia State University law professor Anthony Michael Kreis.
There's a lot of room for redemption here, but this case is much more on life support than it's ever been before.
Kreis says Trump had almost no chance of going to trial last year, no matter what Willis did, once the U.S. Supreme Court established broad presidential immunity. Trump's 14 remaining co-defendants could still see trial in the next few years, but if Willis is disqualified for good by the Georgia Supreme Court, Kreis says it's unlikely anyone will be appointed to take over.
If Fani Willis is removed and none of the co-defendants are ever brought to trial, I think this will be a real mark of shame.
Many Republicans have praised the prosecution's unraveling as a triumph for justice. And Georgia GOP lawmakers are continuing their own investigation into Willis. But at a farmer's market in a liberal Atlanta neighborhood, Wendy Cooper says she feels empathy for the DA.
As a black woman living in America, this is to be expected. That powerful, smart African-American women are really the target of a lot of hatred.
Cooper says even if Willis had pulled off a conviction, it probably wouldn't have mattered. Trump had already been found guilty on charges in New York.
But did that have an impact on the election? No.
Atlanta residents Lorraine and Andy Ramey strongly disagree with the court removing Willis, but they also feel like she bungled the best shot to hold Trump responsible for his actions after 2020.
Because she knew better. I was hopeful, and then it slowly faded.
Last fall, Lorraine begrudgingly voted to keep Willis in office, but Andy?
I didn't vote for her this past November.
What'd you do, leave it blank? Or?
I did.
Andy Ramey says he's fed up with the justice system, fed up with how Willis handled such an important case, and most of all, fed up with the country that sent Trump back to the White House. For NPR News, I'm Sam Greenglass in Atlanta.
And so I wanted us to kind of hear that. It seems to me that this title is very, very spot on the money. This case is on life support, and the only person keeping it alive is Fani Willis and her obsession with Trump and her, dare I say, crash out. Like, really, she should let it go. Not because I think that she's wrong or not because I'm supporting Trump, but because it's not going to go anywhere, and it'll ultimately be a drag and a drain on Georgia taxpayers. I live here in Georgia, and I feel like she's already shown that she will run something out well past where she should with the Young Thug case, the YSL trial. This is just another example, and I think Fani Willis would be well served to just let it go. Not just because I wanted to, but because it's fair to say that a lot of the people also want it to happen as well. Now, I think it's interesting if you go back to this article, and I'll leave the link in the description. They went to a liberal side of Fulton County. There's other places that you could have gone to. In Atlanta, like right here, but at a farmer's market in a liberal Atlanta neighborhood, you could have gone to a moderate or a red side of Atlanta and got a totally different answer. So I don't know if this is probably the best indicator, and I also think this woman right here, she's missing the point. The plot is not that Fani Willis is smart and all this kind of stuff like that she's just being targeted for hatred. That's really, we're kind of over that at this point. This is 2025. We're kind of over the sign language. You're only attacking me because of my ethnicity. You're only attacking me because of my gender. No, they don't believe in your policies. They don't believe in what you're trying to do. And therein is the rub. Now, when you add into it the complexity of the Nathan Wade scenario, then yeah, you do have some really dicey topic that I think ultimately you'd be much better off, Fani Willis, letting it go. Again, I know she's going to try to fight it to the end. If she's, Lord willing, Trump makes it all the way to the end of his presidency, and if Fani Willis is still around, she will try to bring this back up. So it'll be 8 years old. Absolutely. She'll still try to bring it back up. I guarantee you. But it's not because it's the right thing to do. It's really more the fact that Fani Willis just won't let things go. That's really it. She just will not let things go. Bless her heart. And when you add to it the cases that are coming against her in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, I think we might also have to ask the question, is Fani Willis going to be in a position where she's going to become a weakened DA and another DA can swoop in the next election and take her position? Will she become a weakened DA and not being seen as one that's following after what needs to be done and focusing on the task at hand rather than what's way in the back rearview mirror, aka Trump in 2020? I'm wondering if this is going to put her in a position where she can experience an upset. She might think she's the running the table, but lo and behold, she finds out when everything's put away and everything's done, she's short. So I'm just wondering what you think about it. So here's the NPR article. Go check it out. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you so much for all your support for the channel. There's some other videos that are popping up on the channel right on the screen right now. Check those out and let me know what you think about them. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Grace and peace.